Hello, hello. I am live. I know today I wanted to make umeshu, which is plum wine. So that's what I'm going to make. It's a very popular thing to make in Japan in the spring season. And so I thought I would take a stab at it because I've wanted to make it for a few years now. So yeah, it's a Saturday night here. I don't really have much else to do. Had a pretty busy week, so I thought I would finally try this out. And I got like all the ingredients and everything necessary for it. Here, you can see right here. And so pretty much everything is prepared. And so, oh wait, and I have the plums as well in the fridge. But yeah, everything's prepared. So I am going to start, and who knows if anyone's going to show up. Actually, let me post the link to the stream in a couple places. Just give me a sec. Not share screen, share. Here we go. Just give me a minute. Okay. That should be good. Let's see if anyone shows up. I'm not sure, but that's okay. For now, let's just get started. So yeah, here, let me move the camera to show you the stuff. Here's the stuff. And then here is sort of like an instruction paper that I got that was kind of like in this big glass jar. So that's what I'm going to be like working with. Yeah. Okay. So I figure, I don't know. Hold on. Let me get, the plums. Okay. Yeah. So here are the plums, the ume. Ume means plum, and then shu means like alcohol. So it's like plum wine or plum liqueur. And they are, sorry if the crackling is really loud on screen. I don't know. They are like unripe. They're like green, and they apparently have to be that way for it to like mature correctly. I don't know. But yeah, so these are what I'll be working with. It might take me a while to like wash these and like take the stems out. They wanted me to take the stems out, but I don't know. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Just one sec. Anybody watching? No. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've had kind of a hard week, and like I'm dealing with some stuff having to do with my allergies. Like basically like the allergens are like getting on my clothes when I hang them out to dry. And so I'm like kind of stressed right now because of that, honestly. But like the thing is like these plums are going to ripen. So I have to make the umeshu like soon. So I think I'm still going to do that. Ooh, they smell very plummy. Yeah. They smell like your average, like, well, plum. Makes sense. They smell pretty nice, actually. Yeah. Okay. I think like umeshu is one of my favorite alcohols. My favorite, at least definitely one of my favorite Japanese alcohols. So I think it'll be interesting to make my own. I guess I mean I can't taste it tonight. Obviously, like they say you should wait at least like 3 months. And then ideally it would be a year. So I think I'm gonna wait a year, and like my plan is to make it tonight, and then like sometime in May next year, I will taste the umeshu, hopefully on a live stream. I don't know. So yeah, that's the plan. And in the meantime, I'm supposed to like make this, put it all in this big like jar, and then store it in like a sort of cool, dry place. So that is, oop, that is the plan. So yeah. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is wash these plums. That might take like a little while, so I'm going to be sort of looking back at the camera intermittently to see if anyone's joining the stream. But for now, I'm just going to be washing the plums one by one just to make sure they're clean enough, Oh, hello, someone's watching. Hello. Yep, I'm washing the plums right now in preparation to make the umeshu. So yeah, give me a sec. Yes, here are the plums, and let me wash my hands one more time just in case. Could work. All right, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this stuff on the floor actually temporarily so I can have some space to wash the plums. As you probably know, well, you might not know, I'm not sure. Japanese kitchens are generally not that big, so I have limited space to like, cut stuff, prepare stuff, pretty much just this here, and then my gas stove over here. So yeah, give me a sec. Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah, let me just put this somewhere else. All right. I don't know how long this stream is going to go on. Maybe like an hour, but we'll see. We'll see who shows up, if anybody shows up. I think anything's fine. Yeah, like I said, honestly, I'm kind of stressed at the moment, but I promised I'd do the stream, and I also, again, I want to use these plums before they like go bad, or at least go bad for the purpose of making plum wine. So yeah. All right, guess I'll start washing the plums. Yeah, really busy week at work. This week it's one of those weeks where like you basically have to use the weekend for recovery because like it was just like one day after another of being completely swamped. But yeah, it is what it is. Actually, these plums seem pretty like they don't have much dirt on them, and the stems seem like they've already been like trimmed, so that's good. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Oh, someone's watching again. Hello, person. All right, I'm actually taping these Post-it notes. I have these Post-it notes like stuck up here, and it's to cover up like, it's not my address, but it's the address of like my gas company, basically. And it's, again, it wouldn't like dox me, but it would like give maybe the general area of where I live. So I'm going to be extra safe and not even show that. So yeah. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I know. I definitely did not dress up for this live stream. I just put my hair back and I'm wearing this cheetah shirt. That's That's about it. Yeah. I'm gonna wash these plums one at a time. It's gonna be a little boring, so apologies. But it has to be done. Oh, okay. I also am like, does it really matter if the stems are still on there? Like, I feel like when I make the wine, I can just like, you know, like filter them out, right? I don't know. Yeah, I picked up these plums at my local supermarket, and I have two supermarkets next to me or near me. One of them is a little bit more expensive, but it has like a better selection of things, and the other one is cheaper. So I usually go to the cheaper one for like my basics, and then like for if to get some more interesting stuff, I go to the other one, the more expensive one. So the only place I could find these plums were at the more expensive grocery store. But then the ingredients for like the jug, the rock sugar, the alcohol, that was all at the cheaper one. They had everything but plums, which is weird, but whatever. Yeah. And I also wasn't intending to make like this much umeshu. Like if you see the jug, it's like it's like pretty big. Like this is a huge ass jug, right? And so I probably was thinking of making like half of that, and then but then I looked, and this is I got like 1 kilogram of plums, so like you know I have to make enough to basically use up all these plums. So I guess I'm making like a lot of umeshu. I guess that's what's gonna happen. So yeah. Yep. We're like, I don't know. Not even halfway done washing the bag, unfortunately. So it's gonna be. Let me try to. I'll try to pick up the pace a little bit. I'll try to pick up the pace. I think making the plum wine is like not actually I don't know. It's like the process itself is not actually that difficult. It's pretty much just like put everything in a jar and you're good to go. But yeah. But the real challenge I think is like waiting to taste it. Like again, like you can taste it after 3 months, but to like really get it to like develop a good flavor, it's better to wait a year. And so I don't know, like I'm kind of impatient. So I think the real challenge is going to be waiting a year to taste the plum wine. So yeah. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. I know this is probably a little boring, but just feel free to put it on in the background of something if you're actually, well, no one's watching right now, but I'm not going to be super Genki tonight, I don't think, but it might not be like the cooking stream or the makeup stream where I'm like, but I still wanted to come on here and make the plum wine because I promised. So, yeah. Yep. And to get every single one. I think we're about halfway done with the bag now, so just like 5 more minutes of this, and then we're gonna be moving on. So yeah. Whew. I thought these plums were like a different type of plum, and that's why they were sort of small and green. But they're actually just like unripe green plums that would turn into like ripe ones if given the time. Like, I'm guessing these ones probably can't ripen completely on their own. Like, they probably have to be stuck to the vine for a little longer to do that. I mean, I actually don't know, but that's my guess. So they might just like rot if I leave them out, you know, and don't make them into plum wine. They might just rot, honestly. So I want to make sure to use all of them. And I think I'm also going to save one to taste test, like a green plum, because I want to see like how sour that would be. Yeah, I guess as long as it's like, I'm sure it's safe, but I would double check to make sure eating it is safe as well. I'm sure it is, but just to make sure. Yeah. God, this takes a while. But it's also kind of soothing for sure. It's like, I kind of like repetitive tasks, especially when they're like something I can do with my hands instead of like some repetitive computer task, you know? It's definitely something that's comforting to me. So yeah. And yeah, I think like, yeah, making umeshu, plum wine, is something that's sort of like a very quintessential Japanese activity. And I feel like I never, oh, hello person. I just never got around to it, you know, and like I was always busy with other stuff where like I'm like, oh, I'll do it next year. So I committed. I'm like, I'm gonna do it this year. Like, I'm gonna do the thing you do in like late spring, you know, in Japan. Yeah. And yeah, I guess I don't know. What am I trying to say? There's like some other like quintessentially Japanese things that I've never done. Like, well, I don't know. No, I've been to a Hanabi Taikai, which is like a firework festival, one time. And honestly, like that's sort of something you do in the summer. And honestly, like I don't really want to do it again because it was just like big crowds and then like all you really did was see fireworks. And I'm like, I've seen fireworks before. I'm not like, you know, I mean, if someone invites me to see fireworks and it's not going to be so crowded that it takes like 2 hours to find a place to sit or I don't know if it's that bad, but you know what I mean? And like 2 hours to leave in a big ass line, like for fireworks. If it's like a fireworks show that's not a bunch of people and it's not super crowded, then I would definitely go. But like sometimes, like I went to this Hanabi Taikai firework festival with, I know I'm probably wasting water, whatever, with some friends when I was at language school, and like I swear to God, like we had to take 2 long trains to get there, and both trains were like super packed because everyone was going to this firework festival, and like it was just, and then we had to like walk like 30 minutes in the hot summer sun from the station to the field where it was happening, and like once we got to the field, like it wasn't even like flat, like we were sitting on a hill, so like my back really hurt the entire time, and the grass was like all prickly. Like it was just, I feel like I didn't have the best time, which maybe like colored my idea of what a firework festival is like. So it's not the first thing that I would want to do during the summer in Japan. Also, it's so hot these days that it's like, I'd rather just like not go outside unless absolutely necessary. Maybe something at night, like not a firework festival, but maybe go to some other festival at night, you know, where I can like wear a yukata or something. I don't know, but I wouldn't even wear a yukata if I know myself. I just wear clothes. But yeah, during the summer, like in general, I try to just stay inside. My favorite season in Japan these days is actually winter, because at least in the Tokyo area, it's like, it's chilly, but it's not usually too cold. So it's like kind of sweater or like light jacket weather kind of for most of the time. So I actually really like that. And like, I like sort of going out on a sort of brisk winter morning and sort of walking around. So yeah. Whew. Yay, the plums are now all washed. Yay. Yeah, but whew. All right. Yeah, and I know I look kind of pale right now. I've been using a self tanner, which has made me look less pasty, but because I okay. Because I wear sunscreen every day for like skincare reasons, I look super pale all the time. And so what I missed about like not when I didn't wear sunscreen was how I looked like naturally tan. So I have to now add the tan back in, and I haven't had time to do that. So yeah, that's what's up with me. So yep. All right, so I got these directions that were like in the umeshu jug. So here they are. And I already washed the plums. So did that, and then I'm supposed to dry the plums. Okay, why did they have to be dry? They're just gonna get wet again when I put them in the, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to dry the plums. Just give me a sec. And I got water all over my sink area from the washing of the plums. Hold on. Yeah, that looks kind of. Give me a sec. I will just start with a paper towel. I don't know how that's gonna work, but yeah, I don't know. Might want to do a regular towel. Okay. I guess I could put them in a bowl now. I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. This is my first time doing this, so you know, as you do. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, today was kind of stressful because, like, I usually I have developed allergies in Japan, but it's not really my nose that's affected or my sinuses. It's my skin, and so like certain things make my skin itchy. Like I think it's pollen that gets into like sometimes upholstery, like and other fabrics, and like makes my skin itchy. So that's what I've been dealing with. And like the problem is, I usually hang my clothes up to dry inside because doing it outside gets the pollen like on them. And usually if I hang them up inside and use an air purifier, then everything's fine. But I think like a certain type of pollen right now is so intense that even doing that, like my clothes still end up itchy. So I'm kind of stressing out, and I'm like, I guess tonight I'm gonna wash my clothes and then just dry them in at a coin laundry and see if that works, because I have to use a special detergent. Like my skin has become so sensitive over the years for various reasons. So yeah, I'm struggling with that, and it's like pissing me off because like who the hell like can't dry their clothes? Like, you know, like I just haven't even heard of that being a problem, like having your clothes become itchy because of pollen. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm drying these plums. I didn't realize like how much time would be taken up by just like washing and drying the plums, but here we are. Here we are. I actually they did ask me to like clean the jar as well, like the big jug that we're gonna put everything in. But that reminds me of like the King of the Hill thing. It was like, Bobby, that's the jar I put stuff in. Anyway, but like the jar we're gonna put everything in, I already pre-cleaned it before the live stream because I was like, you know what, I think cleaning the jar would be a little too boring. But it's okay. This is probably also boring as well. But that's okay. You can watch, you cannot watch. It's of no consequence to me. I am just gonna continue to. Let me actually check. Hold on. Let me check if anyone actually responded. Don't think so. I think everyone kind of is ignoring. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay. This paper towel is already getting kind of soaked. I'm like, all right, well, Wilp. Let me get, I don't know, what should I use? I have a few like more like hand towel things, but like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, I just rather not use them at this point. Gotta dry each individual plum. Oh, here, let me, if you really want to see, like this is, these are the wet plums and then I'm putting them in here. So that is what is going on right now. If you want to see me do that. Whew, yeah. I'm glad that I'm, wait, I don't even know what oh yeah, right. I figured out that I can put my laptop on this, on the shelf that's like sort of facing my stove and facing my sink, and it's actually very convenient for doing like kitchen based stuff like cooking or making umeshu or whatnot. So yeah. I guess the weather here, when it's not like it's starting to get pretty hot in the day, but like at night and like in the afternoon, the weather here has been really nice lately. So that is one positive, even though I'm dealing with the itchy allergy skin, which is not my favorite. But yeah. Man, I feel like I'm doing this like in an industrial setting. Like I'm just like washing and drying plums for like a factory or a fruit production plant or whatever you call it, because it's so repetitive. And like, again, I don't mind it. I actually kind of like it, but I'm like, yep, this is what I'm doing. Yeah, I when I was back in America, very briefly, I worked in a warehouse. And in the warehouse, we were like packing, I think it was kind of like mostly like sets of makeup, you know, the sort of like trial boxes. I don't know what you call them. Subscription boxes, like subscription boxes of makeup. We were packing those like all day. And the production line was so fast. Like it would have been okay if it was like very like relatively slow, repetitive work, like just, you know, pack. But it was so fast and I could barely keep up, and like it sucked. Yeah. But it reminds me of that a little bit. So I've worked a fair amount of jobs, especially back in the US. I worked a lot of restaurant work. I worked a lot of restaurants. I briefly did daycare. That was crazy. I did the warehouse briefly. All of them were kind of unstable kind of positions, but I got, maybe I have some good stories from them. Yeah, actually, you know what? I mean, why not? If I could tell a story, I have a story to tell. And that story is about the time that I worked for Domino's Pizza in the US. And my God, is it a story? Do I even want to tell this? Why not? Sure. Who knows who's actually going to see this? But if you've gotten this far in the stream, I am going to tell a pretty crazy story starting now. So, yeah. So I was working at Domino's Pizza in the US briefly, in between the time when I stopped working at a certain English school in Japan, and I had planned to go home to the US for like a few months, and before I was going to go to language school. So I was going there to work a little bit and save up some money. And so I actually had worked at Domino's as like a delivery driver a few years before at the same location. So they, well, I think all the like management had changed and stuff, but in any case, they still, I told them I already worked doing the exact same thing. So they hired me, right? And so basically when you deliver for Domino's, you, they have this like sort of magnetic light thing that you can like stick on the top of your car, and it has the Domino sign on it. And so it basically like turns your personal car into a Domino's pizza delivery vehicle. So that's what I did every night or almost every night to deliver pizzas, and most of it was fine. Like most people, picking up the pizzas were normal and all that. Oh, hello, person. But there was this one order, right? There was this one order, and it was this order. There were people who ordered every week, and they always tipped the same amount. Like, I mean, at least they tipped something, but it wasn't very good. It was like maybe a 10% tip, which in America, where tipping is the norm, like usually like a quote unquote nice person would do 20. Again, like, I mean, tipping, that's a whole conversation. I'm not going to get into that right now. Like the argument about should you tip, should you not? But in any case, yeah. So they tipped a really low amount for like the amount they ordered. But I was like, okay, at least it's something. I'll take it, right? So I start driving the order, and I also have another order that I'm supposed to fulfill after theirs. And so I'm like, okay, I'll drive the order, just a normal order, right? And I pull up to this sort of condo complex, or like, condo complex. And let's just say, I don't remember what number their, house actually was, or their condo was, but let's just say it's 93. For the sake of the story, right? And it's super cold out. Like this is in the Northeast US, where the winters are a lot worse than they are here in the Tokyo area. And so I'm cold, and I just want to get this order done. And like for some reason there's sort of like a lawn, or like there's like a sort of a field. I mean, there's a grassy area in front of the condos, and it's not flat like it usually would be. It's actually kind of hilly and unstable. So as I walk up the grassy area looking for 93, I still can't find 93. I fall and I twist my ankle, and like it really hurts, and I fall to the ground. I drop the pizzas to the ground, and like I start screaming. Like I'm like fuck, where the fuck is 93? Because at this point I'm just like really, I mean, I'm in pain. Like my ankle hurts. Like and I'm like, why is this so hard, right? And I know I swear a lot on this channel. I don't, I turn that stuff off when I'm like working, or like, I think I went to this summer camp where all the kids swore a lot, and I think I just never dropped it. So that's why. Anyway, so so I do that. I'm really pissed off. I'm in pain. And of course, after I gather myself, I'm like, of course, right? I have to see if the pizzas are okay. And luckily the pizzas were actually okay. I just dropped them flat on the ground, and they were in a case. Like they were I guess they were in boxes. Or maybe they were still in the case. I don't know. But the case protected them from the dirt and whatnot. And they just dropped flat on the ground. They didn't get tipped to a weird angle or anything. So that was fine. And I picked them up. I inspected the pizzas to make sure they were okay, right? I picked them up, and I like start like hobbling, like with my twisted ankle. I start hobbling, and I still don't even know like where this house is, or like where this apartment is. And it's really hard to find. And like for like 5 minutes or so, I'm walking around, or like hobbling around trying to find this place. And I still can't find it until I'm like, wait a minute, is it in the back of the condo complex? So hold on one sec. So I go around sort of the row of condos, and I see, lo and behold, that the number 93 is in fact in the back of the condo complex. And so I'm like, yes, finally I found it, right? And I'm still like, I'm in pain, like I've twisted my ankle. And I come up, and basically how this condo complex works is that there's like one condo on the ground floor, and then another one on the second floor above it. And there's a big wooden staircase that takes you up to the second floor condo. And the people I was delivering to were on the second floor condo. And there was basically like a guy standing at the top of the stairs, and he was wearing, for some reason, like reflective construction gear. even though he obviously was not a construction worker. And he was sitting next to a woman who I assumed was his wife. We'll get more back to that later. But anyway, yeah. So, and so I hobble up to this place, and I'm at the bottom of the stairs. He's at the top of the stairs, and the staircase is relatively long, right? So there's quite a distance between us, and I, in pain from my leg, I'm like, I'm so sorry the pizza's late. I'm so sorry I twisted my ankle, like. And this guy just stares at me for a second, and then he's like, twisted ankle, my ass. I'm like, what? He's like, I bet you. He basically said, I bet you didn't twist your ankle. You're lying. I'm like, no, I'm not lying. I really twisted my ankle. Like, you probably heard me scream, where the fuck is 93? So that's probably why he was mad at me in the first place, because he heard me screaming, where the fuck is 93, which he probably knew was where I was trying to deliver. But in any case, he still was not very nice about it. And so I'm like, I'm so sorry. Here's the pizza. And basically he's like, it better not be cold. And I'm like, it's not cold. It's been in the case that keeps it warm and all that, right? And he's like, I don't believe you. And at this point, he like, how would I say this? He's getting kind of mad, right? And like, I'm like, I don't want to stick around here. I am good. I just want to get out of here. And they already prepaid and everything. So luckily I didn't have to take anyone's money or anything. But he was still at the top of the stairs. I was at the bottom. And he was like, all right, then come up and give me the pizza up the stairs, right? And I had just twisted my ankle. So I was like, and also I did not want to get within 5 feet of this guy. So I was like, no. So I put the pizza on the bottom of the stairs where he could very easily access it, right? He just had to go down the stairs. And I bolted the fuck out of there because I knew, as much as I could with the twisted ankle, right? I knew that that he was not in a good mood. And I did not want to deal with that. And so I just start running as fast as I can, like with the twisted ankle. And I run around the side of around to the other side of the condo complex where my car is parked. And I run to my car. I start my car as quickly as I possibly can. I start pulling out of the driveway. And as I'm pulling out of the driveway, I see him and the woman chasing me. Like they ran around the condo complex trying to chase me. I don't know if they had a gun or not. I really couldn't tell because I was just trying to get out of there. So I didn't really, but they were not in a good mood. They were very angry, in fact. But I'm like, bro, I delivered your pizza. It's there. It's at the bottom of the stairs. Take it, go away, eat it. But anyway, they chased after me around the condo complex. I zoomed right out of there. And now I had a twisted ankle and I somehow still managed to deliver the second order, which was at this point very late because it took me a while to search for the first place and all that. So yeah, and I was like, holy shit, that was crazy. They just chased after me and they got super mad. And so I cool off and then I deliver the second order and I come back to the Domino's, and my boss, who was like, actually, I was 25 at the time. He was 21. So it was kind of funny. But he was like, what happened? I was like, man, I don't even want to know. Like, you don't even want to know, right? And he's like, no, I know because they called me. I'm like, oh, of course they did. So these people, they called the restaurant complaining about me. And I was like, trust me, and basically I was like, so what did they say about me? What did they say that I did? And he was like, yes. So what they said was that I had thrown their pizza into the woods and that I threatened to call the cops on them. Neither of which I did. Neither of those things I did, obviously. I just put it at the bottom of the stairs so I didn't have to get within punching distance of this scary old man, right? So yeah, they lied about that. I was like, yeah, no, I did not do that. He's like, I didn't think you did. And so, yeah, and after I delivered that order, some of my coworkers at the Domino's were like, yeah, they're crazy. Like, we deliver to them every week. There's like something wrong with them. And one guy was like, yeah, no, that lady he was with, that's not his wife, that's his daughter. she's like it was like a grown daughter in her 40s or something, and like the man was in like his 60s or something, and they lived together. And then like and then like one of my coworkers was like, I bet they have sex, right? And at that point I was like, you know what? I wouldn't even doubt it at this point. I have no idea. And so that is my story of the craziest delivery I've ever done at Domino's Pizza. Yeah. And the plums are almost dry. So, yay. I still don't know why we need to dry them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a lot, like recounting that, But I hope somebody enjoys my Domino's Pizza story. I hope. Yeah, just had a lot of stressful stuff go on recently, and my visa renewal and all that. So I am, hopefully there'll be calmer days ahead, though. Hopefully. All right, the final plum is going to be washed now. Okay. Okay. That is it. All right, they're all dry. So I think the next thing we're going to do is put them in the big jug. Whew. Okay. All right. All right, the plums are dry, and now, yes, they say ume to sato. Okay. Okay. Cold. Let me look up a Japanese word because these instructions are in Japanese. Give me a sec. How would that be said? Ooh. I'm doing gshow.org. Kogo, alternating. Okay, that's what I thought. So you're supposed to sort of mix them in together instead of having like a layer of sugar and a layer of plums. So that's what I'm going to do. I think this is like honestly the hardest part was washing the plums. And I can't believe I'm finally making umeshu. It's been years in the making, or years in the planning, I guess. All right, perfect. Let's put in some plums. And I'm going to put in some rock sugar. I did taste the rock sugar because I was curious about what it tasted like. It's just basically like rock candy, which, makes sense. There's actually not going to be that many plums in here. Okay. All right, now let's put in some, where's it? Rock sugar. Rock sugar. Look at these. These are like Walter White levels of crystal. It's sugar, though. It's sugar. I really do want to just bite into this whole thing, but I feel like for my health, I should not. I've been trying to eat less sugar recently. Like, this isn't the stuff that Walter White usually made. This is the stuff he used when he was trying to like go into like Tuco's not hiding place, like his Tuco's office, the building Tuco was in, and he like threw it on the ground and like everything exploded. Like, that's what this is. Not the actual stuff. But anyway, I've seen that show a fair amount of times. Okay. Let me try to make them intermittent, or whatever you would call it. Alternating, as they say. Oh, right, I'm only supposed to use like half of this. Okay. Right. Yeah, no, double that. Remember to only use half, Ariel. Hold on. Shit. Okay. Now more plums. Here we go. It's loud. It's like dropping on marble. Oh, they smell so nice. They smell like regular plums, but they're just green. I will put one aside to to eat it, to try to eat it, because I would like to know what is going on. Try it, but okay. Do 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 do. Okay. Boink, boink, boink. All right, more rock sugar. Anybody watching? Nope. Here, let me show you. Yeah, this is what's going on. Here, I'll just bring it up to the camera. Yep, just rock sugar and plums right now. But I'm going to pour in the alcohol afterwards. And the alcohol, I thought that I'd have to add water to this, but it's literally just alcohol, plums, and sugar. Like, there's no water added. So it's going to probably be pretty strong when I open it in a year. And like I said, you will not see me getting drunk tonight, but you may see me getting drunk in a year when I open this, because I will probably want to have multiple glasses. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Oh, that's a big chunk, huh? Oh yeah. She thick. Where do I put her? I don't know. I'll just leave it here. Okay, it's going. It's going. One over there. Here we go. This smells delectable. Nobody's commented anything yet. Honestly, that's fine with me. I am okay with that tonight. I'll try to use about half of the sugar. I feel like I'm using a good amount. There we go. Do. Be enough sugar. Sugar. Okay. Is that thunder? I feel like I hear thunder outside. Crazy if true. And yes, the final plum I will be tasting. I will be tasting the final, and I think I used the right amount. They said to use, yeah. They said to use 200 to 400 grams of sugar. I like mine a little less sweet. This is a kilogram bag, so I think I used the right amount. I'm going to use a couple extra crystals just to be safe. I don't want it, well, I kind of like it super sour. Okay, cool. That is it. I think that's enough sugar. And let me just look up on Google whether it's safe to eat a green, like unripe plum. Is it plum? Sorry. Taking a while. Okay, eating unripe green plums in moderation is safe and common, especially when pickled or dipped in salt. Okay, cool. In that case, I'm going to try one, and it's probably going to be bad. Itadakimasu. Oh, sour. I kind of like that. I like sour things. Yeah, I kind of like that. Actually, I'm going to eat the entire thing. I'm surprised that I enjoy that almost more than a regular plum. I should just get a bag of these to chow down on. Very sour. Very sour. Yeah. Yeah. These are actually really good. Yep. Like a sour apple almost. Woo! Crunchy. When I was a kid, I would suck on lemon slices on their own. So, yeah. It might might make my tummy upset later, but who cares? Ah! Woo! Very nice. Very nice. Wow. This looks good. Here it is. Now I'm going to add the alcohol, I think. Let's see. Okay. One sec. Okay. They say to store it in a cool, dry place. Or cool, damp place? No. Yeah, cool, not cool, dry. Cool place with not much exposure to sunlight. So I guess I'll do that as well. And now we have the alcohol we're going to add. I was like, all of this? Like, apparently so. Apparently so. So it is fruit liqueur. Wait, no, it's the season of fruit liqueur. Fruits, herbs, flowers, and many other natural materials can be made into unique seasonal liqueurs that you can make and enjoy at home. Okay, cool. We'll do the original make umeshu. What does this smell like? Yep, it's basically like vodka or something, or rubbing alcohol. But all of this, all of this is going in the jug. So, yep, kind of terrifying, but it's okay. Pour it in. They say to pour it in quietly. I don't know what that exactly means, but I'll try to pour it in quietly. Yep. Do they mean slowly? Who knows? Oh, shit. Did I get some on the outside? Oh, yeah, a little bit. Whatever. Damn. This would kill a man. What am I saying? All this liquor. I like how the sugar is kind of like becoming clear as I enjoy that. All right. Almost done. This is a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, let me do that. It's the alarm for my cat food. I'm gonna push it back 30 minutes and then I should be done with the stream by then. So yeah. Do. Okay. Oh wait, I'm not gonna lift this up because it's very heavy at this point, but here is all the ingredients for the umeshu. I have the plums, the rock sugar, the alcohol. So I think we're good to go. Then we hold on. Let me just see what this says because there's something I can't read. Gotta use that translation app. 1 second. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that sour plum, like more so than I probably should have. What does this say, I wonder? Okay, I see. Okay, I guess now, 1 sec. Okay, I've done it. I've made umeshu, finally. Yay. I'm gonna wipe down the alcohol with more alcohol, ironically enough, for the alcohol wipes. Oh, hold on. A little bit spilled on the side. Hold on a sec. These wipes are so weirdly oblong. I'm like, why are they like this? I don't know. That looks so good already. Like I know it's gonna be good. And hopefully in a year I can see what it tastes like. I would be tempted to wait 3 months, but I know that if I wait the full year, it's going to be that much better. Wait, is there any left in here? I'll open it. Okay. Don't want to waste it. So I'm going to wait the full year. Someone's going to see this in my recycling and be like, this girl has a problem. But it does say for fruit liqueur, so hopefully they know that I wasn't just, chugging this entire thing. So yeah. That reminds me that like sometimes in like not my recycling, I guess, box, but like in a recycling box like near mine, like I constantly see like bags and bags of strong zeros, like 3 full trash bags of them a week. And I'm like, is it an individual person? I hope not. I hope it's like a restaurant or something. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to cap this up. I don't know how. 1 sec. Susugi Gucci. Okay. Oh. No. I just don't want it to like burst, right? Can't it like burst or something? What does this say? Okay, got the cap on. Let me look that up. Do I need leave a place for air to escape when making umeshu? No, you do not need to leave a space for air to escape. Okay. Making umeshu is an extraction pickling process. Okay. The high alcohol content, typically 20 to 35%, kills yeast and prevents fermentation, meaning no carbon dioxide is produced. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like the alcohol is already there, so I feel like it's not actually fermentation. It's just, they're basically just infusing the alcohol with plum flavor. Because there's no risk of the jar building up or pressure exploding, You should actually do the opposite. Seal the container as tightly as possible. A tight seal prevents evaporation. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. All right. One sec. Here it is. I have sealed it up, and this is going to be the place where I can pour it from once it's ready in a year. A whole year from now. Who knows where the hell I'll be? Probably still in this apartment, but in terms of my life, who knows? Who knows where I'll be emotionally, all that, you know. Okay, it is done. Here it is. Now I have to find, oh my god. Now I have to find a place for it. And hope that an earthquake does not destroy it, because it is glass. I almost wish it was plastic, because if it was plastic, then, you know, then there wouldn't, if there was an earthquake or something, then it wouldn't, like, get damaged at all, hopefully. But I'm thinking I put it down here under my stove. They do say a cool, dry place, not a cool place with no light. And this place, my kitchen can get kind of hot in the summer because I often like close the door. How would I say that? My aircon is in my living room, and I close the door to the kitchen just so that I can it's like stronger. The aircon is stronger, so the kitchen during the summer gets very hot. So at least for now, for the next few like days, I'm gonna, I think, store it in the, oh, there's not much space in there actually. Shit. Well, I could put it back there, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. No. Yeah, I'm just a little. I guess I could put it in there. I don't know. Damn. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to figure that out later, probably. I think I'm going to go just because I sort of want to have the rest of my night be kind of chill. But yeah, this is the final product of the Umeshu, and we will do another live stream in 1 year to taste it. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for anyone who watched, at least for a little while. This may have not been the most exciting stream, but thank you so much. I will see you later. Bye.